Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike Carioscia. If you're new here, I'm the owner and CEO of the brand Hardcore Italians, and this channel really is about teaching what I learned in business along the way when growing this brand. So if you're interested in free advice on how to grow a business, be sure to subscribe. This week's video, I'm talking about 5 tips when starting an online business. Let's get into it. Number 1 is pick a niche. So you don't want to go too broad. That's the number 1 mistake a lot of people make. If you're for everybody, you're really for nobody, because you're not giving people a reason to follow you. If you're somebody who's really into shoes, why would they follow your brand versus Nike's brand? Someone who's really looking for more information on something specific wants to go to an expert, wants to go to someone who's only talking about that thing. And guys, you could always expand as you go. Don't feel so trapped if you pick one thing and you have the desire to do many things. You're never trapped into it. You could always pick a few niches. You could always expand, but I would always recommend to start small. It's what we did with Hardcore, obviously. There's only 30 million Italian Americans in the United States, but guys, we feel like that's plenty enough. We could always expand into things such as food, travel, and broaden it out later on. But right now, we know what our target audience is. We know the type of people we want to please, and that allows us, for point number 2, which is always provide value. So in order to build a community, you have to provide value to them. A lot of people make the mistake of they start something up and right away they're trying to sell something, and that's not bringing any value to the table. People see it and it's too salesy and they leave. You want to build something that people enjoy being on. You want to be an active member of a community. You want to show people you're an expert in something. Let people learn something from your page. Let people laugh at something from your page. Let people bring back memories for people with your page. Why is it beneficial for somebody to be following you? What are they getting out of it? Ask yourself that question first before asking yourself the question of, how am I going to make sales? How am I going to do this? Always put the value up front. Number 3 is theme it out. Really theme it out. That can mean a couple things. One, with the branding, your logo. We put our logo on every post with Hardcore just so people repeatedly see the logo. We also put it on our shipping envelopes. We put it in stickers that we give away for free. We put it in our thank you cards. You see the logo everywhere when you do business with us. And guys, for the logo, we always use the same red. No matter where you see it, the color code of our red is the same on the website. It's the same on Instagram. It's the same on Facebook. We're always using the same red, and that way people recognize the color red. A lot of sports teams obviously do this. The Chicago Bears, for example, they're going to use that same orange on everything. If you buy a jersey, it's got the orange. If you go to their stadium, it's got the orange. So it's what brands do really well, is always keep the same theme and be consistent with it. And to dive a little bit deeper into that, with Instagram, you could really play into this because you could theme your page. We have a page called Italian Food Daily, where every post has the same filter. And after you do a few posts, it starts to look really, really good. And the number 1 thing with this is you're teaching people who you are. You're teaching people what they can expect. And that's when people can expect something from you, then they're going to follow. Then they're going to enjoy the page. Number 4, make a business plan. This is so important. I just see so many people make a business, but they don't really plan it out. I think you should really dive into the details of the goals with the business. What's your marketing plan? What's your social media plan? What are your goals? Is my goal to get 10,000 followers on Instagram? Okay, well, if it is, how am I going to get there? Is that posting 5 times a day on Instagram? Is that posting 5 times a day on Instagram, 5 times a week on Instagram? Depends on the goal. Is this something you want to put money behind? Is it not? Is this something you want to put sales behind? Is this something you want to go for sales right away or not right away? Making a business plan, even if it's not a great business plan, the point of it is you ask yourself questions about the business, you put expectations out there, and that's the most important thing. The last tip I have for you, and by far the most important one, is be patient. Be patient, guys. Everybody, I see so many people, so many people, they start a business and they don't see results in a couple of weeks, and that's it. This should be expected. You should not expect anything to happen for 2 weeks. To put in perspective, with Hardcore, we really started with just one Facebook page, and this Facebook page took 2 years to get us 5,000 followers. 2 years. So nowadays, it's even quicker than that. With TikTok, people are getting 100,000 followers in a week or a month. So there's more opportunity on the table, but just be patient. Don't worry. When it's an online business, you really have to start considering that this is a luxury. Back in the day, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, If you want to start a business, you got to put money on the line. You got to put 20,000 up, 200,000 up, whatever that number is to make a physical location or to make that first batch of inventory and buy a truck to pass it around. Nowadays, all you need is a phone and you need an internet connection and time. If it takes you months and months and months to build something, who cares? Because it's not money. There's no risk. The only thing you're risking is time. And if you keep putting in the work, you're going to start learning how to do better. And over time, you're going to grow something. And then that's when it starts to pay off. So always give it time. That's the number one advice I have to say. Don't quit after a couple weeks. Don't expect to get results. Just plan to not get results, and that way you're excited when you start to see action. Don't expect that you're going to have 20,000 customers in the first week, or don't expect that you're going to have 100,000 people who love you right away. A lot of the big brands you see either put a really high marketing budget into it, or they've taken the years and time to get there. So be patient. I promise it's worth it. Let me know what other tips you guys have when starting a business. Again, I'm still growing too. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and see you on the next one.